Imagine this. A young professional named Sarah gets her first real job. Her salary looks good on paper. She earns $4,000 a month. The first month feels amazing. She buys new clothes. She upgrades her phone. She eats out almost every day. She tells herself, I deserve this. And honestly, she does. But by the third week, something strange happens. Her bank balance is almost gone. Rent is paid, bills are paid, but she has no emergency savings. Her credit card balance is rising, and when her car suddenly needs repairs, she feels stuck. She is earning money, but she is not controlling money. Now compare Sarah with her colleague Daniel. Daniel earns the same salary. He also enjoys life. He goes out with friends. He buys things he likes. But before spending, he does one simple thing. He gives every dollar a job. Some money goes to rent. Some money goes to groceries, some money goes to savings, some money goes to investing, and some money goes to fun. 6 months later, Sarah is stressed, Daniel is calm, they have the same income, but they have very different financial outcomes. This is the point most people miss. Financial success is not only about how much you earn, it is about how well you understand money. Today, we are going to explain basic financial concepts everyone should understand. Not in complicated textbook language, not with confusing charts, but through real-life examples. Because finance is not only for bankers, investors, or business owners. Finance is part of your daily life. Every time you spend, save, borrow, invest, or make a career decision, you are making a financial decision. The first concept is income. Income is the money you receive. It may come from a salary. It may come from a business. It may come from freelancing. It may come from rent, dividends, or investments. Most people think income is the final goal, but income is only the starting point. A high income does not automatically make someone wealthy. Many people earn a lot and still live paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because income alone does not create wealth. What matters is what you keep, what you grow, and what you protect. Think of income like water flowing into a bucket. If the bucket has holes, it does not matter how much water you pour in. The bucket will still become empty. Those holes are unnecessary spending, bad debt, poor planning, and lack of discipline. So before trying to earn more, understand where your money is going. The second concept is expenses. Expenses are the money you spend. Some expenses are necessary: rent, food, transportation, utilities, insurance. These are needs. Other expenses are wants: designer clothes, frequent dining out, expensive gadgets, luxury subscriptions, vacations you cannot afford. There is nothing wrong with wants. Money should also improve your quality of life. But problems start when wants are treated like needs. A professional finance mindset does not say never spend. It says spend with intention. Before buying something, ask yourself 3 questions. Do I need this? Can I afford this without stress? Will this still matter to me after 1 month? This simple habit can protect you from emotional spending. The third concept is budgeting. A budget is not a punishment. A budget is a plan. It tells your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Many people avoid budgeting because they think it limits freedom. But in reality, budgeting creates freedom. When you know your numbers, you make better choices. You know how much you can spend. You know how much you can save. You know how much risk you can take. A basic budget can be very simple. Track your income. Track your fixed expenses. Track your variable expenses. Set aside savings first. Then spend what remains wisely. The biggest mistake people make is saving whatever is left at the end of the month. Usually, nothing is left. A better approach is to save first and spend after. This is called paying yourself first. The fourth concept is cash flow. Cash flow means money coming in and money going out. Positive cash flow means more money comes in than goes out. Negative cash flow means more money goes out than comes in. Businesses survive on cash flow. Families survive on cash flow too. A person may look successful from the outside. Nice car, nice house, nice lifestyle. But if monthly payments are higher than monthly income, that lifestyle is fragile. Cash flow is the real financial heartbeat. If cash flow is strong, you have options. You can invest. You can handle emergencies. You can change jobs. You can start a business. If cash flow is weak, even a small problem can become a crisis. This is why tracking cash flow is more important than pretending to look rich. The fifth concept is assets. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket or increases in value over time. Examples include investments, rental property, a profitable business, or useful skills that increase your earning power. Many people confuse assets with expensive possessions. A luxury car may look like an asset, but if it loses value and costs money every month, it is not helping your finances. A phone is useful, a car may be necessary, a house may become valuable. But not everything you own is a wealth-building asset. A strong financial life is built by collecting real assets. The more quality assets you own, the more your future becomes secure. The sixth concept is liabilities. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Debt payments, car loans, credit card balances, expensive subscriptions, unnecessary financial commitments. Liabilities are not always bad. A mortgage can help you own a home. A business loan can help a company grow. A student loan can increase earning potential, but liabilities become dangerous when they are used to fund a lifestyle instead of building value. Credit cards are a common example. If you use a credit card and pay it fully every month, it can be a tool. But if you carry a balance and pay high interest, it becomes a trap. Debt makes future income less powerful, because money you have not earned yet is already promised to someone else. The seventh concept is net worth. Net worth is what you own minus what you owe. The formula is simple. Assets minus liabilities equals net worth. If you own assets worth $100,000 and owe $40,000, your net worth is $60,000. Net worth is a better measure of financial health than salary. Someone earning $5,000 a month with no savings and high debt may have weak financial health. Someone earning $3,000 a month with savings, investments, and low debt may be stronger. Net worth shows the result of your financial behavior over time. It is your financial scoreboard. You do not need to compare it with others. Just compare it with your own past. If your net worth is growing, you are moving in the right direction. The eighth concept is emergency fund. An emergency fund is money kept aside for unexpected situations. Job loss, medical bills, car repairs, family emergencies, urgent travel. Life is unpredictable. An emergency fund protects you from panic decisions. Without savings, people often use credit cards or loans during emergencies. This creates stress and debt. A good emergency fund usually covers 3 to 6 months of basic living expenses. It does not need to be invested in risky places. It should be easy to access. The purpose is safety, not high return. Think of an emergency fund as financial oxygen. You may not think about it every day, but when you need it, it can save you. The ninth concept is interest. Interest is the cost of using money. When you save or invest, interest can work for you. When you borrow, interest can work against you. For example, if you put money in a savings account, the bank may pay you interest. But if you borrow money from a credit card company, you pay interest to them. This is why understanding interest is so important. The same concept can make you richer or poorer. Low interest on savings grows slowly. High interest on debt grows quickly. That is why credit card debt is dangerous. It can multiply fast. Before taking any loan, always understand the interest rate, repayment period, and total cost. Do not only ask, "Can I afford the monthly payment?" Ask, "How much will this cost me in total?" The 10th concept is compound interest. Compound interest is interest earning interest. It is one of the most powerful ideas in finance. Let's make it simple. Imagine you plant a tree. At first, it looks small. Nothing exciting happens. But over time, it grows branches. Those branches grow more branches. Eventually, the tree becomes much larger than the original seed. Money can grow the same way. When you invest, your money can earn returns. If you reinvest those returns, they can earn more returns. The earlier you start, the more time compounding has to work. This is why time is one of the biggest advantages in investing. You do not need to be rich to start, but you do need to start. Small amounts invested consistently can become meaningful over many years. The 11th concept is inflation. Inflation means prices rise over time. The money you have today may buy less in the future. Think about groceries. A basket of food that cost $50 a few years ago may cost much more today. That is inflation. Inflation silently reduces purchasing power. This is why keeping all your money in cash for many years can be risky. Cash feels safe, but if prices keep rising, your money loses real value. This does not mean you should invest everything. You still need cash for daily needs and emergencies. but long-term money should usually be placed where it has a chance to grow faster than inflation. Understanding inflation helps you understand why investing matters. The 12th concept is investing. Investing means using money to buy something that has the potential to grow in value or produce income. Stocks, bonds, real estate, businesses, index funds, education, skills. Investing is not gambling when done properly. Gambling depends mostly on luck. Investing depends on research, patience, risk management, and time. A smart investor does not chase quick money. A smart investor understands what they are buying. They think long-term. They diversify. They avoid emotional decisions. The goal is not to become rich overnight. The goal is to build wealth steadily. Good investing is often boring, but boring can be profitable. The 13th concept is risk and return. In finance, risk and return are connected. Higher potential return usually comes with higher risk. Lower risk usually means lower return. For example, a savings account is safer, but returns are usually low. A stock investment may offer higher returns, but the value can move up and down. Risk is not something to fear blindly. Risk is something to understand and manage. Before investing, ask yourself, what can go wrong? How much can I afford to lose? How long can I keep this money invested? Do I understand this investment? If you cannot explain an investment in simple words, be careful. Complexity can hide danger. The 14th concept is diversification. Diversification means not putting all your eggs in one basket. If all your money is in one company, one property, or one business, your risk is high. If that one thing fails, your financial life may suffer badly. Diversification spreads risk. You can diversify across industries, across asset types, across countries, across income sources. This does not guarantee profit, but it reduces the chance that one mistake destroys everything. A professional investor knows that protection matters as much as growth. The 15th concept is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost means what you give up when you choose one option over another. Every financial decision has an opportunity cost. If you spend $500 on a luxury item, that money cannot be invested. If you work overtime, you may earn more money, but you give up time with family. If you keep money in cash, you gain safety, but you may lose growth. Finance is full of trade-offs. There is rarely a perfect decision. There is usually a best decision based on your goals. Understanding opportunity cost makes you more thoughtful. You stop asking only, "Can I buy this?" You start asking, "What am I giving up for this?" The 16th concept is financial goals. Money without goals gets wasted easily. Goals give direction to your financial decisions. Your goal may be buying a home, starting a business, paying off debt, building retirement savings, funding education, creating financial freedom. A good financial goal is specific, not just "I want to save money." A better goal is "I want to save $10,000 for an emergency fund." When your goal is clear, your behavior becomes clearer. You know what to avoid. You know what to prioritize. You know why sacrifice matters. The final concept is financial discipline. Financial knowledge is important, but discipline turns knowledge into results. Many people know they should save, but they do not save. Many people know debt is dangerous, but they keep borrowing. Many people know investing matters, but they keep delaying. Discipline is doing the right thing even when it feels boring. It is choosing long-term peace over short-term pleasure. It is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. You can make mistakes and still recover. You can start late and still improve. You can begin with small steps and still build something powerful. The key is to start taking control. Review your income, track your expenses, build an emergency fund, pay down bad debt, invest for the future, protect your cash flow, grow your assets, understand your numbers. Because at the end of the day, finance is not just about money. It is about choices. It is about freedom. It is about reducing stress. It is about building a life where money supports your goals instead of controlling them. Sarah and Daniel had the same income, but they had different habits, and different habits created different futures. That same lesson applies to all of us. You do not need to know everything about finance today, but you do need to understand the basics because the basics are powerful. Income gives you resources. Budgeting gives you control. Savings give you safety. Investing gives you growth. Discipline gives you freedom. And when you combine all of these concepts, you stop reacting to money problems. you start designing your financial future. That is the real purpose of financial education, not to impress people with complicated terms, but to make better decisions in real life. So before your next purchase, your next loan, your next investment, or your next career move, pause for a moment. Ask yourself one simple question. Is this decision helping my future self? If the answer is yes, keep going. If the answer is no, think again, because every financial decision is building something. The only question is whether it is building pressure or building freedom.